Hello, my friend. Welcome to tonight's bedtime story. This is Luna. Tonight, I'll be here with you, gently guiding you toward rest. Right now, you don't need to hold anything together anymore. There's nothing left for you to accomplish. Tonight, all you need to do is listen. To be with you during this quiet moment before sleep, to be a gentle voice beside you, is something calm and deeply comforting. Tonight's story is for children, and just as much for the child who still lives within you. This is a story for anyone, no matter how your day has been, whether your mind feels clear or tired, or simply quiet and present. This is a slow-moving world, a place that doesn't rush forward. Here, rest is not laziness, but something completely natural. Before the story truly begins, we'll take just a few gentle moments to let your breathing slow down and allow your body to find a place of safety. So now, if you're ready, let's begin to relax together. Now, let's begin to relax together. I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. As I do, there's no effort required. Simply allow yourself to let go little by little. 10. Feel the support beneath you. Perhaps it's the bed, the sofa, or whatever is holding you tonight. Truly feel that support. Beneath it all is the deeper support of the earth, steady, quiet, and always there. 9. You are safe. Know that tonight. My voice is simply a friend, a gentle companion, guiding you only toward calm and safe places. 8. Now, gently bring awareness to your body. There's nothing to change, just notice. When you're ready, take a slow breath in, and then slowly breathe out. Once more, in and out. 7. With each exhale, allow your body to soften a little more. In your mind, slowly move through your body, noticing anywhere that may still be holding tension or tiredness. 6. Perhaps your feet, your legs, your belly, your chest, your back, or your shoulders. If you'd like, allow them to relax now. 5. The day is done. Whatever has happened today can be set aside for now. There's nothing to revisit, nothing to plan. This moment is only for rest. 4. If thoughts appear, there's no need to resist them. They are simply thoughts. They come and they go. Watch them drift away like leaves on a moonlit river, or clouds moving slowly across the night sky. 3. This is your moment. This is your time. You deserve rest. You deserve peace. 2. There's nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do, no obligations at all. Simply settle here. 1. Allow your imagination to gently open. In your mind, a safe and quiet world begins to appear. a place that is slow and kind. Now, you're ready to drift into tonight's sleep story. The night is already quiet when you arrive at the station. Not silent, but softened. The kind of quiet that settles gently over empty platforms and dim lights. Above you, the sky stretches wide and dark. No harsh brightness, no busy crowds, just a long platform bathed in a warm amber glow. The lights hang high above, casting soft circles onto the concrete floor. The air feels cool, not cold, just calm. You step forward slowly. Your footsteps make a faint sound against the ground, measured, unhurried. Somewhere in the distance, you hear it, a low metallic murmur, not loud, not demanding, just a steady presence growing closer. You pause for a moment. The rails ahead reflect the platform lights in thin silver lines. They seem to stretch endlessly into darkness. The sound deepens, metal meeting metal, a rhythm beginning to form, steady, patient. You do not need to rush. The train is not hurrying. It approaches as though it has all the time in the world. A soft wind moves past you as the first carriage glides into view. Its windows glow faintly, warm light against the night. Not bright, just enough to suggest comfort inside. The train slows, gradually. Its movement becomes quieter as it eases alongside the platform. You feel the vibration through the ground before it comes to rest. A gentle shudder, then stillness. The doors open with a soft, controlled sound. No announcement, no urgency, just an invitation. You step forward. The air inside the carriage is warmer, a subtle change, like stepping into a softly lit room after standing outdoors. The floor beneath your feet feels steady. The interior lights glow in muted tones, amber, soft gold, nothing sharp, nothing harsh. The seats are arranged in quiet rows, upholstered in deep, calming colors. Some passengers are already seated. A few look out the window. Others sit with eyes closed. No one speaks. No one looks at you for long. There is a shared understanding here. This is a night train, a place for quiet travel. You choose a seat beside the window. The cushion yields gently as you sit, supporting you without resistance. You place your bag at your feet, slowly, deliberately. You do not need to arrange anything else. You are already settled. Outside the window, the platform lights shimmer against the dark glass. Your reflection appears faintly, soft, unfocused. The doors close with a muted click. The carriage remains still for a moment longer, as if taking a breath. You feel it before you hear it, a subtle hum beneath the floor, the beginning of motion. Not sudden, not forceful, just a gentle forward glide. The platform begins to drift past your window, slowly. The lights move in long, smooth streaks. The station sign slides by, unimportant. The name does not matter. You are not traveling to arrive. You are traveling to be carried. The train gathers a quiet rhythm, metal on rail, soft, even. The night beyond the window opens wider as the last platform light fades behind you. And now you are moving through the dark, unhurried, steady, carried forward into the gentle stretch of night. The train continues forward with the same quiet patience. No sudden speed, no sharp turns, just a steady glide through darkness. The window beside you holds the night like a calm screen. Outside, shapes appear and disappear. A fence line, a row of trees, a distant light standing alone. Then, nothing again. The glass is cool when you rest your fingertips against it. Not unpleasant, just real. A small reminder that you are here and that the night is moving. The rhythm beneath you settles more clearly now. Rail, wheel, rail, wheel. A soft pattern that repeats without change. The kind of sound that does not ask for attention. It simply exists. And because it exists, your body begins to let go. Your shoulders soften a little more. Your jaw unclenches without you noticing. Your hands rest in your lap, loose, unforced. There is nothing you need to hold on to. The seat supports you. The carriage holds you. The train carries you without requiring anything in return. A faint light above glows steadily, warm, muted, like a lantern kept low for comfort, not for brightness. Across the aisle, someone shifts gently and then becomes still again. A coat collar pulled higher, a head leaning back, a quiet exhale. No conversation follows, no voices rise. The carriage remains softly shared, a place where everyone is allowed to be quiet. Outside the window, the world is simpler now. The city lights have fallen away. There are no storefronts, no street corners, no signals demanding decisions. Only the long, dark land and occasional scattered lamps that appear like small stars anchored to the earth. You watch one glow for a moment. It stays with you as the train moves closer. Then it passes, and the darkness returns, not empty, but gentle. The sound of the train remains steady. The wheels do not hurry. They roll as though they know the night is wide and time is generous. You notice your breathing. It has slowed. Not because you forced it, it simply matched what it was hearing. In and out. Longer now. Softer. You do not need to control anything. The train already knows how to move. The night already knows how to hold. Your only task, if it can be called a task, is to remain here and allow it. A gentle vibration passes through the floor and up into the seat. Not strong, just enough to feel like a quiet rocking, a cradle made of motion. You let your eyes rest on the edge of the window frame. The small details inside the carriage feel clear. The seam of the seat, the soft reflection of overhead lights in the glass, your own silhouette, faint and blurred, as though the night has already begun to soften you. Outside, a narrow river appears briefly, catching a thin line of light. It shines once and then disappears behind a rise of land. The moment is small, that it feels complete, because nothing needs to become more. The train continues, the rhythm continues, and you are carried through a night that does not demand that you be anything other than present. The window holds moving darkness. The seat holds your weight. The carriage holds warm air and quiet light. And beneath it all, the steady track keeps singing its simple, patient song. Rail, wheel, rail, wheel. A sound you can trust. A sound that says again and again that you are safe to let go. The train has settled fully into the rhythm of night now. There is no sense of departure anymore, no memory of the platform, only movement, steady, endless. Outside the window, the darkness feels deeper, not heavier, just thicker. The scattered lights have grown fewer. Now and then, a distant farmhouse lamp glows for a moment, a quiet square of warmth in a wide black field. You see it, you pass it, and the night closes gently again. Inside the carriage, the air feels warmer, still, almost hushed. The soft vibration beneath you has become familiar. It no longer feels like motion. It feels like rest. A gentle sway, left, right, barely noticeable, like breathing shared by something larger than yourself. Across from you, a passenger has fallen asleep, their head tilted slightly toward the window, their hands resting loosely in their lap. No tension remains in their posture, only ease. Another passenger leans back fully now, eyes closed, coat folded beneath their head as a quiet pillow. No one stirs for long. The carriage has entered that unspoken hour when the world outside has gone dim and the world inside has grown softer. The lights overhead seem lower somehow, not darker, just gentler. The reflection in the window shows a faint version of you, your outline softened, your features blurred by glass and passing night. You do not look tired, you look calm. You rest your head against the seat behind you. The cushion supports you without effort. The rhythm continues. Rail, wheel, rail, wheel. But now it feels farther away, as though the sound is coming from beneath layers of warmth and quiet. Your breathing slows again, in and out, longer now, smoother. The train glides past a stretch of open land. For a moment, the sky opens wider. You can see it through the window, a deep, endless dark scattered with faint stars. They do not sparkle brightly. They remain still, quiet witnesses to movement below. The train does not disturb them. It moves quietly enough to belong to the night. You feel it then, the sense that you are not traveling through something unfamiliar. You are moving within something vast and patient. The carriage feels smaller now, but not confined, contained, held. A soft lantern moving through darkness. There are no announcements, no reminders, no clocks demanding attention. Time feels wider here, unmeasured. You close your eyes for just a moment. The motion continues. The rhythm continues. You do not need to see the night to know it is there. You open your eyes again. Nothing has changed. The same dark fields, the same steady glide, the same quiet companionship of sleeping strangers sharing space without words. You notice the small sounds within the carriage, a coat sleeve shifting, a faint exhale, the whisper of fabric against fabric, then stillness again. The world outside has almost disappeared now. The window reflects more of the inside than the outside. Soft light, soft shadows, your breathing, the gentle rise and fall of your chest. The train continues without hesitation, without urgency, carrying you deeper into the quiet part of night where nothing needs to be solved, nothing needs to be planned, nothing needs to be remembered. The darkness beyond the glass is no longer something you observe, it is something you float within. The rhythm beneath you becomes slower in your awareness, not because it changes, because you are drifting. Rail, wheel, rail, wheel. Further away now, softer, like a lullaby played at a distance. Your body feels heavier, not weighed down, just settled, ready to release the last small thoughts that might still be moving. The train moves on, and you, carried within it, move gently toward rest. After a while, something changes. Not suddenly, not sharply, just a subtle shift beneath you. The rhythm of the rails begins to soften. Rail, wheel, rail, wheel. The pattern remains, but the space between each sound grows slightly longer. You feel it before you fully notice it. The steady glide is easing. The vibration beneath the seat becomes lighter, less insistent, more distant. The train is slowing, not in a way that asks you to prepare, not in a way that requires you to stand, just gently, gradually, as though the night itself has placed a calm hand upon its motion. Outside the window, the darkness shifts. The landscape no longer streams past, it drifts, then glides, then almost hovers. Shapes that were once blurred become slightly clearer. A line of trees, a small embankment, a stretch of quiet ground resting beneath the sky. The carriage lights seem warmer now, lower, more golden. Nothing bright, only enough to keep the space soft and held. You adjust your position just slightly, not because you must, but because your body naturally seeks a more comfortable stillness. You let your head lean gently toward the window. The glass is cool, but not cold. The motion beneath you continues to lessen. The rails hum more quietly now. Rail, wheel, rail, wheel. Slower, further apart. Your breathing follows without effort. In and out. Longer now, heavier. Across the aisle, the sleeping passengers remain undisturbed. One shifts slightly, then becomes still again. No one wakes, no one gathers their things. There is no sense of arrival, only easing, only settling. The train glides forward for a final stretch, so smooth it almost feels as though you are no longer moving. The vibration fades further, until there is only a faint reminder that motion once existed. Then even that begins to disappear. The wheels whisper one last time against the rail, and the train comes gently to rest. Not abruptly, not with noise, just a quiet arrival into stillness. Outside, the night remains, wide, calm, unnamed. There is no station sign visible through the glass, no announcement overhead, no urgency to stand. You remain seated. The carriage holds its warmth. The lights glow softly. Everything feels complete, exactly as it is. You do not need to move. You do not need to step out into the dark. You are already where you need to be. The night outside is still. The train inside is still. And you within it are still. The train remains still. No vibration now. No movement beneath the floor. Only quiet. The kind of quiet that feels complete. The carriage lights continue their soft glow. Warm, steady, untroubled. You do not hear doors opening. You do not hear footsteps rising. The other passengers remain where they are, resting, breathing slowly, wrapped in their own small pockets of calm. The night outside the window is deep and wide. There is no sign, no name, no platform to identify, just darkness held gently beneath the sky. You feel no need to know where you are. There is no destination waiting to be reached. There is no task waiting to begin. You are already within the quiet. After a moment, a soft presence moves through the carriage. Not hurried, not loud. The faint sound of measured steps along the aisle. A figure passing with quiet assurance. The conductor pauses nearby. You do not see them clearly. You only sense their calm presence. And in a voice barely above a whisper, they say, "You may rest now." Nothing more. No station name. No instructions. Just permission. The steps continue softly down the carriage, then fade, and the stillness settles even deeper. You let your shoulders soften. You let your hands rest exactly where they are. There is nothing to gather, nothing to prepare. The seat supports you. The warm air surrounds you. The quiet carriage holds you gently. You take a slow breath, in and out. Longer now, heavier. The night outside remains vast, but it does not feel distant. It feels protective, like a dark blanket drawn carefully around the world. You are not traveling anymore. You are not arriving. You are simply here, held within warmth, held within stillness, held within night. Your eyes grow heavier, not forced, just ready, ready to close, ready to release the last small movements of thought. You are safe. You are carried. You are not required to go any further tonight. The train will remain. The night will remain. You are safe. You are warm. You are held. There is nothing to decide, nothing to solve, Nothing to remember, only breath, only quiet, only rest. You can let go now. You can drift. You can sleep. You are safe. You are warm. You are held. And the night, vast and gentle, will carry you into deep, peaceful, untroubled sleep. Now, the story has gently come to a pause. There's nothing you need to remember and nothing you need to understand. From here, only sound remains. Perhaps it is rain, perhaps distant, natural sounds far away. These sounds do not require your attention, and they do not ask you to follow. They will simply exist, just like the night. If you are still awake, you can simply listen. If you are already asleep, that's perfectly fine. Now, let the sounds continue. From Luna, wishing you a peaceful night.